The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Thursday, you're looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas, where it is 92 degrees and sunny. The high is 96, the low is 77.
I need this thing to kind of just turn over summer, like just turn into fall. Like, come on.
It tried. It did for about 3 days. And then it's like, hey, I got a couple 99 days left in me. Here I am. I'm back.
That's Shannon. He is Nate. This is Kurt. In the back is my boy Chris Beam keeping us up live. And jump in. I am Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel us. When we speak.
Lord, fill us.
Brought to you each and every day by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. And shout out to Big Rob up in the accounting department. Not only does Big Rob make sure we get paid, he also listens to the show.
Yeah, Big Rob.
Big
That's the homie,
man.
So
That's
Big
the homie.
Rob.
Shout out to Big Rob.
Thanks for
You know, some people say that's
get
real.
him on
That's
one
a real
day.
entity.
You should get him on one day.
Yeah.
He can talk about what he does with the team, and if he's able
And
to talk about
what's the biggest check he ever wrote?
his other ventures.
That's funny.
That's a
Yeah.
That's probably HR.
Probably
violation.
confidential.
can't do that.
That's probably an HR violation.
Yeah. He should probably go visit with legal before he comes on the show.
With us.
What can I? Yeah, because we're
With
gonna
us.
ask all of it. We
We're-
don't want to get him in trouble, but we
We
will
tote
ask.
the line. We tote the line of trouble daily.
You know what's great about all these shows is our boss. Let's give a shout out to Derek Eagleton, by the way, because Derek's a really
Derek who?
Derek Eagleton.
Oh, okay.
You know, guy
Don't do that,
upstairs.
Nate. You're not.
Texas Longhorn.
You're
I'm just saying Texas Longhorn.
Don't
I'm just
get
saying,
cut.
the son
Don't
of
get cut
Longhorn.
now.
I ain't
Don't
gonna
get
get
sent
cut.
out of here now.
No,
Don't get
I
sent
know-
out of here.
I know how to beg. Hey, man, look
Get
at
put on
that.
probation.
Yeah.
But for all the nonsense that he puts up with from, all of us, particularly this show, he never really. But I mean, he
don't
lets
mess
us
with
go.
your message.
Like if
Nah,
you get
no.
yourself in trouble, you get in trouble, right?
Right,
he never
right.
says
You can't.
you can't do this and you can't do that, and like we push it.
We push it.
As far as like are we PG-13
Not me,
or
Kurt.
R-rated or So shout out to Derek too for kind of letting us do our thing and be who we are, and every once in a while we get a little tap on the shoulder or a text message. Hey.
You get that invite down to the principal's office. Hey, after the show, if you're not too busy, come on, and it's always so nice. Like it's never like meet me in my office. Hey, it's always like, hey,
What are you doing after the show?
what are you doing after the show? You got a few minutes? Come by the office right quick. You like, God.
I've been
Because you ain't going to get to that next show.
Yeah, no.
No, I've been fortunate enough in my time back to not have to visit upstairs. I've gotten a couple.
You got a
couple
call.
of text messages.
Yeah, you got a call.
Yeah, I didn't get a call. I don't think.
No, they
I
didn't call you.
I
They
think I
text
just
you?
got
Okay.
a text. I haven't had to walk up those stairs yet.
Well, he walk
Involuntarily.
upstairs. He'll sneak around this whole building. He done been everywhere. He may not be called, but he going to be everywhere.
We got football tonight.
Yes.
Who's the game tonight?
Jets against the Patriots.
Jets and the Patriots.
Sorry, Jesse, I beat you to
15
that.
in a row.
You
The
got it.
Patriots
Yeah.
have beat the Jets. 15 in a row.
Could that change tonight? Possibly. I'm not real interested in that game. But what I am,
I do want to see what Aaron Rodgers is like. I want to see his
Back in the gro-
progression.
if he's back in the groove or
I
not.
want to see if he still got a little left in the tank.
that'll be interesting. Let's talk about
And then we could watch the running back on their team that we should have had on our team.
But something I do want to talk about. Well, later, let's talk about the new Hall of Fame class that was announced yesterday that is up for nomination. That's
If we're
interesting.
not putting Darren Woodson in there,
I was going to bring that up. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. No, it's good.
I jumped the gun.
I agree with you though. There's some interesting folks that are up that will probably get in that don't necessarily need to be in, and someone that may not get in that maybe shouldn't be in. We'll talk about all that later. But right now, something that's very interesting, the injury report popped up a couple of names that we weren't aware of. CeeDee Lamb, ankle. Diggs, foot, Hooker, shoulder, Mozzie, back, all popped up yesterday.
Yeah, Diggs and Lamb are back at practice. So that was probably kind of a rest day for them. Not sure about the others. Hopefully everybody's good.
McCarthy said that Mozzie Smith, who's also on there, you're probably going to talk about him, will get evaluated before he can get back to practice. Meaning like they have MRI, so.
Okay. All right.
An MRI, wow. That much, that's serious.
Tell you so, but
It's a back, so I don't know if it's.
he went landmines everywhere.
A back.
That can't be good. If you're getting MRIs in your back, I mean, how does that get better in a
Well, I said they're
football
evaluating
season?
the test, so I'm assuming it was an MRI.
Big fella, that man get a little nose.
How you guys doing? With the Emmitt
I like
Smith
that. I like
jersey
that
on.
Emmitt Smith jersey.
Yeah,
It's like that
double star.
Yeah. It's like the.
That's the best. That's
the little Giants one.
Yeah, that's the
little
best
Giants one?
jersey in history in the
You
Cowboys
guys
history.
have color coordinated well today.
Yeah, we
you.
called each other.
We had Tyrone Crawford on the show last night.
Y'all
The
was
great Canadian, right? He's a Canadian.
Yes.
Yeah.
My God, I love that guy. Did you play with him, Jesse?
I did not.
You were before him, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
4 daughters. Yeah, 4 girls.
Yeah. Is he done?
Nah, that one is 7 months old.
I know,
so
but is he going to try for?
I didn't even ask when he said 7 months. I'm like, bro,
out?
I wanted to tap him like, hey, you need to stop somewhere along, but that ain't my business.
He got some snaps left in
Yeah.
him. You got some snaps left in him.
maybe-
Play a few downs.
Yeah, no doubt.
Underappreciated player. Everybody on the defense, according to Kurt Daniels, is saying that they just didn't do their job last Sunday.
Yeah, several of them have said that.
Do you know that during the game, or is that something that you have to watch film to figure out? If it is something you know during the game, why can't you correct it mid-game? This would be the question.
There are moments in games where things begin to spiral out of control, and it's tough.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm like, you so politically correct.
No, let's use for an example, right? Let's use the 11-sack game, right?
Okay.
You were a part of
But
that.
we knew that was happening. And we was like, what was going on? We knew that was happening. Couldn't stop it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it started to happen, and before you knew it, it had spiraled out of control. And you were
Yeah.
like, what the hell is going on?
So good. That's a good point, right? During that game, you knew it.
Troy, forgive me.
You couldn't stop it. Like, what was going on the sidelines? Like, what? Like, are you panicking? Or are you just like, are you just like, try better,
Coaches,
try harder?
Your position coach is just coaching you. They never stop coaching. They try, do this. Make sure your technique is good. Battle, fight. Hey, go win tonight.
So then mentally, though, they're just like,
Bruh.
it's done.
When a team is on top of you like that, you are looking at the
clock.
looking at the clock.
I swear, no, I was going there next.
Okay.
You start clock watching. You're like, boy, don't do anything to stop this clock. I want to get out. Because it begins to spiral to a point where it seems like no matter what you do, you can't try harder, you can't technique harder, you can't scheme harder. There's nothing. It's one of those things where you just say, man, how can we get this? Can we go to the ref and go, hey, don't stop this clock for nothing.
Yeah.
Let's just get out of here and be done with this.
You check your body. I mean, you literally be walking off the field making sure that you're not
Trying
hurt.
not to get hurt.
Yeah, you know. I remember that 11-sack game. That's why I started laughing. The only difference was we had another shot at them. These guys don't have another shot at that team. So no matter what you do, we can say, hey, boy, they really shined against the Ravens.
That game's still with you.
Bruh, that's a whooping you ain't gonna never.
Oh, that'll be here at the end of the season.
Let me
but
ask you a
remember that
question.
New Orleans game.
And maybe Chris or Kurt, you guys can pull the stat up. Did you guys lose the next game? Like you had the 11-sack game?
I don't think we lost the next game. Check it out.
And I asked that question because I said this earlier in the week. Excuse me. That loss felt like more than just one loss, right? Like it felt like it
It's
was
gonna beat them into a next.
Yeah, like it felt like
Won the next 4.
Oh, Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We
Good resolve.
Our coach wasn't playing, bro.
But it just felt like that win. And you see how this week has been going.
Right.
You hear what coaches are saying in the media. You hear what players are saying in the media. You know, you seeing guys, pop up on the injury report. Like things don't feel settled, right? Like things feel like we're
In a
even though
scramble,
we're on,
man.
we 3 weeks in, but this feels more desperate, chaotic. Like it feels like, SOS, the alarms are going off, and a lost Sunday would really rock the boat in this building. I just felt like that loss felt
Terrible.
It did.
Good and terrible.
It felt really bad.
Good and terrible. Told it, boy.
So to answer your question, yeah, man, sometimes that thing just spiral out of control, and there's nothing that you can do. You're looking at that clock. And
I'm telling you, in each position, for our guys, I don't know if these young bloods can take, but when you have a boisterous guy like Michael Irvin, who can't get that ball, he can't get that ball, and it ain't Troy's fault, and it ain't his fault. Them people that's keeping him from that ball, we just did not.
That's right.
It was just total chaos, bro. They was at us.
That's what I would
They
think.
was at us.
Other guys on the field, like Kendricks, would be like, "I'm getting my ass kicked here because you guys aren't holding up the front." I think he would say something to him.
They're in it together. Like Emmett was in it with us. Now we were the ones, offensive line, but Emmett was in it with us. But all up defense, they're looking at it like, wow. Tony Tupper like, big fella, what's Roomy with the Roomy, what's up? Oh, and it went from a nice into cussing.
Yeah.
We were more vocal, man. Like the 4th and short, the 4th and whatever we didn't get. Man, we had to take that all the way to. I was so happy to get off the plane and into my car and going home to my wife, because it just didn't stop. People walked by you to the point where you thought the stewardess was staring at you.
On a load left thing.
Yeah, the load left. Even the stewardess like, not so good of a day, huh?
Yeah. and that had to be a pretty difficult film.
Yes.
To watch, because when you put forth effort or lack thereof effort like that, and you're supposed to be accountable to the men that you're in this room with, because there's a difference between you losing, because I can lose, like if Darrelle Revis was defending me and I didn't get a catch that game, probably a bad game for me. Yeah. But
it's Darrelle
Revis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
right.
In the same respect, if you're Darrelle Revis and Jesse Holley goes off for 5 for 102 and a touchdown, not a good look. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, so it's one thing to lose. And it's another thing to go, man, shoot, man, they were just better than that. And it's another thing to get whooped, and then you turn on a film and you looking and you saying, "Oh, dog, you ain't even give effort, dog. You ain't even try. Like it ain't that they just better than us, brother. They blocked you off the ball for 9 yards.
Hey, look, I'll tell you a story, man. It's
gonna get larger and larger. It's like the fish story. The fishing story.
I'm gonna tell you something. We was playing New York Giants. I think it was Coach Johnson's first year. And we were up there in the old stadium. And this one we had the outside weights, and Coach Ward was our strength coach. And, Jimmy always was kind of skeptical about all of that. He wanted, solid things, and, we boxing and, all this new stuff they doing today. We was doing it back then. And it was first and goal. And Coach Johnson said, run it every time. And Harry Carson's and the young Banks and a young Lawrence Taylor and I can't think of my other guy. Leonard Marshall. They stopped us cold-blooded 4 times in a row. Jimmy said, I can't say the exact words. This will never, ever happen again. Some heads going to roll. As soon as the season was over, Coach Ward was gone. They redid the whole weight room. He said, well, he was not joking.
Wow.
And we had to hear that. And we couldn't. It was like we was 2.5 hours into the flight. We was 30 minutes from landing before he even served us some food.
Were y'all just terrified on the plane after a loss?
No, you weren't terrified because he was a man and you weren't scared of that, but he controlled your destiny.
Right.
It wasn't no guaranteed money.
Right.
You got cut in the checks.
Well, y'all like a bunch of kids in the back of the plane, and
No,
Jimmy
man,
come back there and be like,
we just
shh.
passing them little beers around.
Coach.
No, we just pay. Okay, we ain't gonna feed it. We just drink ourselves to get food. But he'll come back to man and see the thing about it now. This is what made Coach Johnson special. Michael Irvin wasn't gonna be talking to you. Troy Aikman wasn't gonna be. All our studs. They ain't had nothing to say to you.
And that is
They ain't had nothing
the
to say
difference.
to you, bro.
Okay.
There is your difference. Okay? You see, I probably shouldn't say it, but I'm going to say this.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Should we take a break and let you
No.
think about it?
Let's take a break. Let's take a break. Let's talk about it. Take a break. We're going to break. Hanging with the
Remember,
boys.
we like you on the show. The dynamic's good, Jesse. All right. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back. See if Jesse steps in it or not. Hanging with the boys.
Hey Cowboys fans, as official whiskey sponsor of the NFL, it's not a kickoff without the generous spirit of Crown Royal, and that's why we've built the Crown Royal Rig. An absurdly awesome 18-wheeler delivering the generous spirit to stadiums and tailgates across the country. Follow the Royal Rig on its journey from city to city, bringing together local cuisine, NFL legends, and the opportunity to pack a purple bag for charity and win tickets to Super Bowl 59. Visit crownroyal.com for rules and more. Please drink responsibly.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle?
Visit blockchain.com/cowboys to get started.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys, where we don't know if Jesse's still on the ledge or not. We're about to find out.
I got it out.
During this, you good?
I got it out in the break.
During the second
Good
segment,
stuff.
brought to you each and every day by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com. And 7-Eleven, Kurt, Jesse, Pump 8. They're teaming up with Fanatics to give you the chance to be a VIP at next year's Fanatics Fest from now until October the 29th. Use the 7 Rewards app at checkout to be entered for a chance to win when picking up products like Slurpee, Big Gulp, and Taquitos. No purchase necessary. Terms apply. Let's talk about
Big Gulps and Taquitos.
Yes.
3 pumps.
3 pumps on Pump 8.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the running game, but first, so Jesse talked about something that I think it's important, and Tom Brady talked a little, hit on it in the broadcast, and we talked about it on the show this week, how the game has changed behind closed doors and socially, and Tom said in the broadcast when they were talking about Jalen Cropper slipping, and do you go back to him
Jalen
today?
Brooks.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Jalen Brooks. Do you go back to him? And Tom said, not today, right? And that was, and guess what? That was y'all's mentality, right? Not today. Not today. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, but not today. I'm not talking to you. So I may have told this story on the air before, but my buddy went to college with Tom Brady, and he was like a 7th or 8th string wide receiver. He played on kick coverage, and he was like a 5th or 6th string DB, but he was really fast. He ran like a 4.40. And they were out practicing doing like...
He was white?
Yeah, real fast. Yeah. And he'll let you know that he played for Michigan, but you have to dig a little, find out he only played on special teams.
I got you.
But he got in on one defensive series against Michigan State and got an INT like last game of the year, his senior season. So yeah, so he's got a little cred. But he was really good friends with Drew Henson, and whenever Drew was there and Tom took over and all that, but they were out running offensive drills in the off season, spring. And they were running routes and everything, and Tom was out there, and he was lined up, and he ran like a go route. And Tom laid it out perfect, but he had to step to get that last catch. And he stepped on a storm drain, and his foot slipped, and his cleat caught, and his knee buckled, and he dropped the ball. And he said Tom, in a dead sprint, ran 40 yards till dog cussing him the whole way. And he's like, Tom, I almost dislocated my knee. Tom goes, I don't give a F if the ball hits your hands. I don't care if your leg falls off. You catch the ball. You catch the ball. If I throw it to you and it touches your hand, you catch it. And he didn't talk to him the rest of the day. He said the very next day he went to the training room. Tom's there before any of the trainers. The doors are locked. He's sitting in the hall. This is when they had books. They didn't have iPads. And he's reading his playbook. And he looks up, and they're the only ones in the building. And he looks up, and he goes, what's up, Tom? He looked up. He looked back down. He never spoke to my buddy again the whole time they were at Michigan because of that one instance. And we were just talking about in the break how the social dynamic has changed now to where when you were a winner, you didn't associate with people you didn't deem as winners, right? Like that, like y'all, right, Nate? Back in the day,
that's how it was,
and that's the way. And Brady, lo and behold, becomes the best quarterback in the. But that's the mentality he had every single day. And this is, he could have just blown it off. It's spring. They're just at no coaches around. They're just throwing the ball around. This guy almost breaks his kneecap, and okay, I get it. No, that was it, and he didn't have anything to do with him. And that was, just wondering where that changed, because it seems like even your leaders now aren't geared that way.
Yeah, the leadership is
on any team, not just this team, but in sports. I mean, Kobe had that mentality, right? He was like, Mike's still like that, right? But at some point between then and Jesse, we were talking at the break, it was still there when you were playing. So somewhere between there and here, it's gotten to where it's okay to enforce mediocrity, and I'm not labeling this team and not talking about what happened this week. I'm just talking about sports in general. But at some point, it's become okay in team sports to be okay at a high level.
Yeah, I like that, man. I mean, he had some conversation here, fella.
Yeah, I talked. Y'all let me talk. Yeah, let me talk for a couple minutes. Yeah, I just, So there.
Yeah. So Jess, can you answer that long-winded 8-hour question?
I'm still we always laugh and say that some of the things that we say in the break should be in pay-per-view and make y'all pay $2.99 for.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm. I'm still a little bit fuming from that, I don't know, man, and I don't want to.
You don't want to step in it.
I don't.
We'll move on.
Lack of leadership.
Don't egg him on, Kurt. He's trying to say I'm too worked up right now to talk about this because I'm
throwing fire.
He's trying to pull him offside. I was like, come on here, Jesse, jump, we'll get you offsides.
The thing that is we're saying. And I think this started because we started laughing when we said we're supposed to talk about our defense today. And that's where
you started it in the back. That's where it all started before we even came in here. That's where it started. We won't tell everybody what happened.
Yeah, I'll tell them what happened. I told them y'all can do the show without me today because we talking about defense. I have nothing to say. Come on, man. The bottom line is this, and I don't know who started this rumor that if Overshown would have played more snaps, it would have been a different outcome. And for you, I'm going to use a Jesse deal. All of you who have all 22 don't know what you're looking at. Because if you couldn't see our linebackers did not have any space to maneuver on the most important plays, you don't know what you're looking at. It don't matter if it was Overshown, whether it was Jack Lambert, it don't matter. When you push guys back into the laps of the linebackers, that's not right. And the linebackers have no room to maneuver. But I will tell you how our defense have to beat this team. Just my opinion. You may disagree. We have to somehow, some way, let them know they can't run the ball. And more importantly, Lamar Jackson. Because if he feel he can't run the ball, then he going to scream to his coach that he can at least throw him out of there. This is how you get them. This is how everybody beat them in the playoffs. You start with a soft rush. You never get up past him. You never rush around him. You never take 4 steps past him. You rush right up to him as a wall. Your 2 tackles about even. Your defensive ends a little bit further in, and you have a umbrella. The guy that's spying him, whoever it may be, y'all can decide. All you great fans can decide. You all 22s can decide. But don't step towards that line. Almost drop back into a soft middle. Just drop back 2 or 3 yards into the middle. So when he come out of one of those holes, you can get him. But if you step up 2 or 3 yards behind your defensive line with that soft umbrella, you automatically lose the angle. I don't care if it's Overshown, Marifile, you can go get Deion Sanders. I don't care who you get. You automatically lose your angles. So now if you want to beat them, hold them under 140 yards rushing.
140.
Serious. Because you
under 150.
No, 140. Keep them up under 100. And
you're talking about including Lamar.
him.
Yeah.
Lamar,
Henry.
Big Henry, because you're going to have to let them run a little bit. So you do slow him down. You may not stop him, but you slow him down. But you want him to have to pass. Now, I could be wrong, but that's the only way I think we can beat them. Because if they have a 2-way go, if they running for 190 yards and this boy throwing for 200 yards, the game over.
So is it better in some ways, instead of concentrating on the pressure and the trying to sack him, you're just trying to contain him?
Some guys, why would you let Tank come screaming down in there 3 or 4 times and leave an opening hole up in there?
Gone.
He gone, man.
Yeah.
You can't take liberties with this guy. And I overdid it. You got to hold him around about 110 yards rushing. Because that 40 yard may be a sprint to the end zone. So, yeah. But that's how I look at beating them. But if you let Henry come straight downhill, you're going to have to, your middle linebacker and your 2 tackles going to have their hands full. Okay, he go down and he reading the defensive end. Defensive end can't mess around. And like Jesse said, that's when you have the replacement, right?
Crack replace.
Crack because they ain't gonna let that linebacker scrape off of there. So they're gonna have the guard tackle deucing down to the linebacker. Now the defensive end is sitting there. Now either a safety or a corner got to make this move. And if you move too quick, he'll pull up and go straight down the line and dump that thing off. They got a nice tight end and lively. This kid done grown over the last 2 years from being tired on national TV a couple of years ago to blocking folks in the ground and into catching that rock. So he allowed Andrews to take his time to come back. But I still believe I saw some throws where he was hitting people. You're like, oh, my God. Then you'll see some throws where he missed guys wide open. So
what scares you more, the speed of Lamar getting loose or the bulk of Henry just barreling at you?
I'm going to take my chance with Henry. Lamar, this dude is, man, he is truly video style, man. I don't even want to talk about it.
So you're more scared of Lamar, you're more scared of
Lamar.
You're more scared of Henry?
Lamar.
Both of you.
Because
even though Henry,
Lamar.
right up the middle,
Lamar.
Just because of the elusiveness and the big play capability?
Because when he gets loose, he gets loose. And like I said in the tweet, you can't let Lamar is the big jackpot winner.
Yeah.
You got to give up penny slot wins. You can't give up the big jack. And Lamar is a home run hitter. Like he's the big, because what happens is when you don't get him with the first guy, no one else is accounted for him. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's why when you have to play 11 on 11 football, because normally, to be honest with you, most of the time you're playing 11 on 10. Because people don't account for the quarterback to do that style of running, right? So now I have to take a dedicated man who won't rush, who won't be in coverage, who will strictly be on him, which means in other areas I'm going to be light, right? I either got to zone it up, man it up, or zone in some areas and man in some other areas. But what happens when he breaks containment and he gets to that man side and he beats the guy that was scheduled for him?
Nobody to get him.
There's nobody to get him.
Yeah.
That turns into a 40-yard run, right? And he ain't mobile. He fast. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a difference. Patrick Mahomes is mobile. This joker fast.
Explain, and unless and I've had the privilege of being on the sideline during a game when there's somebody that's fast on the feet. It's different.
Yeah, to Nate's point, he outruns your angles.
It's different.
It is. It's completely different from being a mobile dude and being fast. And when you think you got an angle on him, skirt, he gone.
Michael Vick, Steve Young, back when I played and when you played, those were those type guys. Michael Vick, Steve Young, especially Steve, bigger, left-handed cat. He already up on the wrong side.
Right.
Vic, too, was already on the wrong side, but you wasn't scared of his passing the way you were scared of Steve's. They be pumping and you jump up and
he go.
That's like Alvin Kamara. He's shifty and quick, and then Darren Sproles is fast. Like maybe it's because he's so low to the ground, it just looks like he's moving quicker. But dude,
there's a difference.
Fast is on the football field.
But see, the thing about Kamara, he 226 pounds. Yeah. So when you think you finna bust him up,
he busts you up.
He busts you up. That messed these cats up. I'm serious. The majority of them cats, when they hit him,
didn't know how strong he was.
They're like, wow, this dude is something to this dude. And then when Taysom, and see how you're right, Jess. That was a double beating because look, it's Thursday. We still talking about the Saints. That's a double beating, man. Some beatings are hard to come up off of.
They're worried about getting hit by Kamara and Hill. What are they going to do when Henry comes at them?
Real quick before we go to break, great stat here by Kurt. Jackson leads the NFL in average rushing yards before contact with 6. Henry's tied for 9th in yards after contact with 2.7.
He falls forward.
Yeah. And who are you more scared of? The quickness? Jackson or Henry?
The thing that hurts is they both help one another. You're going to have to be very, very disciplined. And you're going to have to, in this case, we're playing here, right? You're going to have to grab turf. And a lot of times when they deuce block you, especially that tackle, because that tackle has fullback responsibilities, but they're going to deuce you going to that middle linebacker or going to that play side linebacker.
What do you mean by douche?
Two guys getting hip to hip and moving you.
I thought you meant poop on
Yeah,
you.
nah, they ain't gonna deuce. You trying to get that Vaughn, right? You trying to get that Deuce Vaughn. That's messed
So
up.
grabbing turf, they just need to fall down.
Yeah,
let them
just
fall
grab
over 'em.
turf, man, and crab back at them, bro.
All right, let's take our last break. When we come back, we'll finish up on Hanging with the Boys.
There is no I in Dallas. There is no I in Hart either. No I in Blue Star or in Lone Star for that matter. And there's no I in how about them Cowboys? Smirnoff knows there's no I in football. Football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks, home or away, we rally together. We cry together. And we always rally cry together because there's definitely no I in Cowboys fans. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole, made with real Hass avocados, will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouthwatering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Hey, Cowboys fans, a 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by Jigsaw, the proud dating partner of
Jigsaw.
the Dallas Cowboys. Do y'all want to talk? We didn't get to a whole lot of the run sheet. Do y'all want to talk about that?
We
or just,
actually got a lot to a good chunk of it. Yeah.
Want to talk about the Hall of Fame nominees real quick?
Sure.
Tell me your thoughts on these. Tell me if you're. Do we want to say in or out, or do we just want to go through the list? What do you guys want to do?
Just go through and we'll just say in or out.
All right, let's start with.
Wait, repeat what you said.
One interesting name that I'll just say off the top of the bat that I didn't even know was going to be nominated, Travis Frederick, which don't think he played long enough to warrant.
He was a
that.
good player, though, boy.
Yeah.
Just
could use him right about now.
Yeah. You think if maybe he had like a 14, 15-year career, he would have
easily been in.
He'd have been in pretty easy.
Got some more Pro Bowls and all that.
And did they change? Do you think that the criteria? It used to be you had to have a pretty long career, 10+ years, and do pretty good.
Those days are done.
Yeah, when Terrell Davis got in, that kind of reset that bar,
Well,
right?
I'll say this even for Terrell Davis, like, and I think Deion said it. I forgot who said it, but it was always talking about could you tell the story of the league and leave out that person. Mm-hmm. And I think Terrell Davis had when I say season, I mean like a moment in time. Mm-hmm. Like Terrell had like a 3-4 year joint.
He was the back.
Was nobody touching him.
Yeah.
Him and his offensive line coach created the stretch play. It was.
Did they really?
This is what they used to say.
Hold on, and take a wild guess. What coach was that under?
Kubiak. Schottenheimer.
The original Schottenheimer.
And second half of that was who?
Gibbs.
Shanahan.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shanahan was the originator.
Shanahan.
And Gibbs was his offensive line coach. He had undersized guys, and he said, how could I make this work? And he started the stretch play, or what people call the zone. the zone play, inside, outside.
So that's the zone that you talk about all the time?
You take it to the outside rear, the tackle, and take one cut. We don't want you jerking around. We take it all the way there, one cut. You can make that cut outside that tackle all the way back to the backside of the backside guard.
And that's the way that the Shanahan's run the ball now.
They said that the way you get into the Hall of Fame, this when I was coming through, you either have a long, illustrious career or you impact the league. And I think that's where
Terrell Davis
came in. He impacted
2,000 yards. They won back-to-back Super Bowls. Yes. He was MVP of the league.
He gave Elway something he couldn't get by himself.
Like he had a moment in time where you looked up and you was like, we couldn't tell that period of time without talking about that Broncos team and that player on that Broncos team.
And that system.
Yeah.
Right. The stretch play.
I don't remember I say that on here a lot.
Trash memory.
It's a bad memory, and I also.
Hey, don't talk about my boy.
My fault. My bad. And I'm still hot over here. Y'all know I'm simmering over here. I'm over here. Over here simmering.
You know why I say that? Because like I don't ever want to say something and y'all go, no, that's wrong, and I'm like, if I say I can't remember, then it's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So that way I'm not wrong. But in my memory, I don't remember a group with this many really solid players that could or could not be first-time ballot guys. So let's just go through them.
And before you start there, like
we're and his seniors,
I think we're getting to that point now where when you talk about the criteria is changing, is like you had this grouping of just 20, 30 years of just hella fire players,
studs,
studs. And so now we're getting to the point where it's spaced out a little bit more. Like all those guys are in. Right? So now you're looking at it differently than when you're looking like those dudes told the story of the National Football League in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. And now you're getting to where it's more spaced out, and so go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, all good.
That's good stuff.
This is an interesting one. Adam Vinatieri.
In.
I think he's got to be in.
20 and these are the up-to-date guys,
These
right?
are the first-time ballot guys.
First-time ballot.
Yes, sir.
Adam Vinatieri. What do you think, Kurt?
Yeah, we vote for Kurt, me and Jesse. Yeah.
This is an interesting one. Earl Thomas, part of one of the best defenses in recent history, was a key player.
His off the field stuff is going to make him have to wait.
Yep. Think he'll get in eventually?
Eventually,
but not a first ballot. What do you think, Kurt?
Earl Thomas, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
First time?
No.
Oh,
no.
He have to wait.
Aqib Talib.
His off the field stuff. I don't think he's a good enough player.
Yeah, I agree.
And his off the field stuff he ain't getting in first ballot.
Antoine Bethea?
No.
He nice, but
Antoine ain't even getting in. He ain't had to wait. He ain't getting in. Here's a really good play. He ain't getting in.
Here's an interesting one. Terrell Suggs.
He's in. Yeah, he's in.
You talking about the Ravens?
The Ravens. Yep. He's in.
You talking about who played with great players?
Right.
Yes, he's in.
He's got to be in, right?
There's going to be.
He was one of those great players.
That defense will have 4 or 5 Pro Bowls.
Yeah, they should, without a doubt.
Luke Kuechly, short career, got to be in though.
He'll be in.
One of the best to do it, right?
He'll be in.
Think so.
Panthers.
He won't be first ballot though. Not first ballot. No, not first ballot.
No, he won't.
Suggs, yes.
Suggs, yes.
Okay. Marshall Yanda, offensive lineman
also
for the Ravens.
on that Ravens team. Not first ballot.
Not first.
No.
But in eventually.
Maybe a while, not a while in. Yeah. About three tries.
Joe Staley.
Who did he play for?
The Browns.
Long time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really good.
This new criteria. When is the last time a Brown got in?
What's it, the Browns?
Was it the Browns?
Somebody recent.
Was he a
Joe
Saint?
Thomas was the last one.
I think so.
Joe Thomas 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago.
He won't get in first ballot.
Yeah.
He was Browns, right?
He was 49ers.
Oh, that's right, 49. I'm thinking Joe Thomas. Joe Staley. Oh no, he's not. No. I'm thinking Joe Thomas. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Ryan Khalil.
Who is he?
Offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Who did he play for?
Let's see here.
Ryan who?
Saints?
Carolina mainly.
No.
Oh no! Come on now. No. Come on now.
Travis Frederick.
For real?
We all said no. Delaney Walker.
No.
Vernon Davis is interesting. No.
Can't win with it.
Demarius Thomas.
No. God rest his soul.
Speaking of Darren Sproles. Too much of a gadget guy? No. Here's a really interesting one because I think he was talented later in his career, but his celebrity has far exceeded what I think he did on the field. Marshawn Lynch.
Ooh, I'm going to tell you what. Your boy spoke on him last night. Your boy at the show. Tyrone. They say Tyrone, who was the toughest back you ever went against. Tyrone mentioned 2 other guys. He said, but the hardest guy I ever tried to hit, and I didn't. When I hit him, I got ran over. He said he ran over me. He said he ran his foot. He said he cleared the block so quick. He said, "Here's the back." And the next thing you know, he said he was on his back, and the dude just tracked right up. I said, "For real?" He said, "For real." I don't know if he'll get in, man.
Not for.
He won't get in, man.
10,000 rushing yards.
He won't get in.
Not
unless they put him in because he's a celebrity. He won't get in because, remember, this dude did not talk to the media. He did not get along with them, and media holds grudges. Yes, they hold grudges. Now, he won't get in first. If he do, I'm going to clap my hands, not for him, but for the media. I'm not saying he's not good enough to be a Hall of Famer. But if they let him in on the first ballot, media, my hat's off to you.
All right, here's the most interesting one of all. Eli Manning.
He in.
Yeah.
What's his name? How many commercials has he made?
He got 2 Super Bowls.
I think the 2 Super Bowls does it, right? You can't keep a guy.
He's a Manning. He's a Manning.
Only playoff game he ever won is when he won Super Bowls.
It's like 2-10.
Yeah. Like that's it.
That's it.
But he got 2 Super Bowls.
And not only did he get 2 Super Bowls, it's who he beat to get the Super Bowls.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Brady on both of them, right? So he's got to be in, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, he'll be in.
What a class though. That's a hell of a. And I don't remember them usually putting up that many people, do they?
Yeah, they always have a long list.
Yeah, with that first timers, they'll throw a big list on them first timers.
And then you brought up Woody's still up,
Senior.
Yep. So
he's not. Is he? I don't think he's senior yet.
He's not senior.
No.
Yeah, not
he's
yet.
still modern era.
Mm-hmm.
This would be a good time to get him in. This list isn't good enough to where you're like, like, you know what I mean? Like, right. I think this might be the moment.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck.
Woody, I hope you join me in the Hall of Fame, baby.
What are you holding up there, Jesse? What we got here?
We got some T-shirts for my boy G from Jersey. That's our guy. Jersey stand up. The reason you want to know what winning looks like. You want to know what
don't do that
standard. You want to know what a standard looks like.
Stop.
You want to see a bunch of dudes who wasn't going to just take getting pushed around.
Oh my God!
Right here. When there was a standard.
There he is, looking at the bottom right, number 61.
You couldn't go out there and get trashed and be welcomed back.
Look
like
how
nothing
big
never
Gogan
happened.
is. He in the back of them, and he's still almost in the huddle. Big Kevin Gogan. I was the shortest 1 minute step. We was always close.
So you were able to get in under everybody?
Shout out to G from Jersey.
Yeah, G. Thanks, man.
Thank you, man.
It's a good week for our show.
Man.
We got free wings yesterday.
Yeah.
We got T-shirts today. We're going to have dinner. Most of us are going to go have dinner on Saturday. So,
yo, boy.
I know. My boy sold me up the river.
But you know what? Computer, I ain't giving up on you, computer.
Let's break. Time to go.
Fellas, good seeing you. Great show. Kurt, Jesse, Nate, Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. Jazz and Josh, thanks for keeping him company. We'll be back. What's tomorrow? Friday already? Man, this week went by fast.
A new week.
Call us tomorrow. Tell us your thoughts. We'll
like
give
Kendrick
you predictions.
said, you should be excited about getting bloody. Let's just get up and wipe it off.
Ooh, I like that.
But I carry. He said, "Man, I'm excited about getting bloody."
Who said that?
Kendrick, the linebacker. I'm excited about getting bloody. Just get up and wipe your mouth and keep going.
There, let's go. Let's wipe our mouth.
He already know Henry coming to get him.
See y'all tomorrow.
Be happy.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!